Hey Jake, on Saturday, Tom called that 4th and 7 play probably the greatest play he'd seen in Sam's career. But I'm kind of wondering, you personally, what did that play mean for you, either confidence-wise or just being able to catch a touchdown and get kind of back out there? What did that play mean for you?
It meant a lot. It definitely gave me a boost in my confidence. And just to be able to have the opportunity to make a play like that at such a crucial point in the game was huge for me. But more importantly, just I was happy I was able to do that for the team, and I know that was a crucial play. So I'm just happy that I was able to go out there and make it, and an even better play by Sam, obviously, because I know he had a bunch of guys coming after him, and he was able to escape the pocket on that one. So it was a great job by him too.
Dennis, go ahead.
Jake, along those lines, are you feel like you're starting to personally hit on all cylinders, and how tough was it to cope with being banged up through this season?
Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it more. I felt like I still hadn't fully adjusted to the speed of the game, just because last year I played significant minutes, but not a ton, obviously behind Devin. So I think that getting a couple games under my belt, I've adjusted to the speed, and I feel like I'm starting to come into my own. And injuries are always tough, but it's just part of the game. So I've just been trying to stay positive and get through it as best as I can. But I feel a lot better now. My hamstring feels 100%, so I feel good.
Joe, go ahead.
You mentioned Devin, and last year he was obviously the go-to guy in this offense. And it looked like against Oklahoma State, there were a lot of plays drawn up for you to get one-on-one and beat your guy. Do you feel like they have or do you feel like you have the confidence to go and be that guy who is the playmaker in those situations and is ready to answer when it's one-on-one and they're looking for Jake Smith?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I have the confidence to do so. Stepping into a role that was filled by Devin Duvernay is obviously tough because of how great he was. But I feel like I said, as I get experience and as the season goes on, I'm just getting more and more comfortable. And I realize in situations like that the position I play, that's the guy we're trying to look for in third down situations and in man situations. So I just know that in those situations I have to win, and that's just what I tried to do on Saturday.
Marcus, go ahead.
Yeah, along similar lines on the fourth down touchdown play. When you get up to the line and you realize it's man coverage, how confident were you in that moment that you were going to win your route? And then just in general against man coverage, how confident are you that you're going to win your route and get open?
Yeah, I was on that play specifically, I was very confident because it was late in the game, and it was not my first time running that route. So I'd had a few reps of running that route earlier in the game, and I knew he was going to play it um, a little bit shallow, so I knew I had to break it off early. So on that route specifically, I was very confident, and I knew exactly what I had to do to win on that route. And in general, yes, I feel confident versus man coverage, and that's something that is really asked of for my position. So it's something that I definitely feel confident with. And like I said, as the games go on, I just get more and more confident with it.
Anwar, you're up.
Jake, give me an idea of where you're at now as opposed to where you were at, around this time last year, maybe some of the growth and the areas that you feel like you progressed. And also within that, can you tell me how Andre Coleman, maybe has helped your game at all?
Yeah. So mentally, I feel like I've grown a lot since last year. Last year, I kind of got in my own head and struggled with that a little bit, but I feel like I've become mentally tougher and adjusted to that part of college football, and just college football in general is just a tough lifestyle to adjust to at first. So last year as a freshman, you know, not just the football aspect of it, but everything combined kind of wore on me a little bit. But this year, I feel like I'm much more prepared for it and much more comfortable, not only with football, but with school and with everything going on um, in this lifestyle. And Coach Coleman, has been awesome for the whole group as receivers. You know, he really understands how to play the position, being a 5-year NFL vet, and he's helped us tremendously, especially with understanding concepts and just understanding the whole game of football.
Danny, you're up.
Jake, I'm not really familiar with this part of your high school career, but was this the first year or first time you've really had to deal with an injury that just kind of nagged and just kind of had to deal with for a while? And how frustrating was that this hamstring thing just wouldn't go away for you?
No, it's definitely not the first time. Prior to high school, I hurt my hip flexor, and that was a nagging thing for a long, long time. So, I had to deal with that, and I got through that. And also my senior year of high school, I aggravated my lower back, and it didn't hold me out of any games, but it definitely was something that just wouldn't go away. So, I've had some experience, and I got through that, and I just tried to take the same approach to this injury and just try to take it day by day and keep getting treatment on it and keep just chipping away at it until it got better. So I think that's kind of the approach I took to it.
Dennis, go ahead.
How helpful has Sam been with you, talking you up as you've kind of faced? I mean, for a guy like you, you're not used to being hurt or struggling in any way. How helpful has Sam been?
I mean, he's been awesome. He's such a great leader, and he really cares about everyone on this team. So he's been with me the whole way and kept encouraging me and kept just being there for me. So he's been great, and I couldn't ask for a better leader for this entire team. So he's been awesome.
Anwar, go ahead.
Jake, I'm just kind of curious as you talk about all these positions. There's any part of you that misses playing lacrosse at all? I mean, because you were pretty good with that. I'm kind of curious. And did you ever consider trying to do that in college, maybe instead of doing football?
Well, I never considered it instead of football. I definitely, for a brief period of time, considered playing both and trying to do that. But, in the end, football is my dream. It's my dream to play football at the highest level. And so I figured that playing lacrosse might take up too much of my time to do that. So I definitely miss it. It's an awesome sport, so much fun to play. But at this level, I don't think that it would be beneficial to me to try to balance both sports. And if I were to do that, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have ended up here at Texas. I would have, if I decided to play lacrosse too, I would have gone to an East Coast school where lacrosse is big. So I'm definitely happy with my decision to just stick with football.
What's your best lacrosse game that you remember from high school?
It was actually my last one, my final game. It was the state championship my senior year, and we won the state championship. I scored 5 goals, and it was a lot of fun.